Mason here. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get started with my new plugin, Gator. It's a stereo sample delay style audio effect. So if you wanted to do like a stereo widening thing, you could unlink and then just subtly delay one of the channels and you get that nice width. What I like about doing this with Gator is that when the sliders are at their minimum, the sound is completely dry with no latency whatsoever. But as soon as we leave that minimum, now we have a 100% delayed signal, but we can return to that dry signal no matter what we do as soon as we go to the minimum. This makes it really easy to perform with, and I think it makes for a lot of fun results. While that was the initial vision for Gator, I've discovered that I actually most of the time use it in link mode, where both sliders are going to move together, and that's what I did at the beginning just a little bit. Because these are delay buffers, when you modulate the delay time, you get nice pitching effects. Pairing that with the convenience of going back to our dry signal, it makes it really easy to do like a punch-in scrub effect, but land on the downbeat. We could do a really simple automation, nice little triangle. We've all done that before. You could even do it like this in live, which I think is pretty fun. Something I love about this is that it's kind of a bizarre but really fun workflow for turning a beat into something else, where the rhythm feels completely different because of this automation I did. That's still just two triangles. They're even straight lines. Gives it a cool swing. Yeah. So if we want to rein this in to be less drastic, we can use our adjust tab. These curve adjusters are going to scale the delay times that the slider traverses. So at default, we have the 0 dry signal all the way up to 1.5 seconds. And that full range is great for our scrubbing. If we wanted to go back to our chill widening thing, we might want to rein this in quite a bit so that we have more of the slider to work with that gives us a higher resolution with the lower values that we actually care about. So now we have Gator on a bass line to go along with this beat. Right now Gator isn't doing anything, and if we notice that this bass line is completely straight 16th notes, which it's okay, I don't mind it. The beat is fairly swung. I think that discrepancy is cool, but I think we could have that discrepancy in a cool groove without it feeling so robotic. So let's use Gator to do that. We could use the gators to just push every note back a little bit in time, and I have the adjust tab already set up to be fairly subtle. So the bass feels really like on top of things. And now it's behind the beat. I think there's a lot of cool spots in there that we could utilize, but why not utilize modulation to kind of move between them and make this feel a little bit more human. Not too human, who wants that? So using modulation, we can push and pull how late the bass notes are. So when it's down here, it's going to be a little on top of the beat, and when it's over here, it's a little behind, and then our sweet spot's going to be all of this time it's in the middle. So let's go ahead and apply this. I might want to change this shape a little bit so that it hangs out in the middle a little more. I like this because this whole area of the modulation shape is just a little bit behind, but then we dip ahead a little bit when the modulation goes to the left. To give this even more variation, we can incorporate the free rate, and then we can utilize rate blend to crossfade between the phase of each. And in reality, what this is going to do is just make it feel a little bit different every time. This might all seem really subtle. Let's just go ahead and A/B this bass line with and without this later gatoring and see where we're at. So here's with it off. And then back on. Maybe you might be thinking right now, oh, I wish I could split the difference. Well, you can very easily using this attenuate knob, which, as you can see, this modulation is graying out or fading to white. If we had negative modulation, it would fade as well. And that allows us to just have one place to rein in all of the modulation. So this is our fully pushed and pulled bass line. And this is effectively the unaffected version. And let's just split the difference. You might even want to go in and automate this attenuate knob throughout your track just to add push and pull where you want it. But I think this is a heck of a lot more fun than going in and granularly nudging MIDI notes all day long. So hopefully this gives you some ideas of how you want to use later Gator. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.